Well, next week marks 50 years since the assassination of President John F. Kennedy in Dallas. It happened November 22nd, 1963. And whether you are alive or not, you probably know about the conspiracy theories. But there's so much more to JFK than his killing by Lee Harvey Oswald. And here to talk about it with us is author Scott Reich. He wrote the book, The Power of Citizenship, Why John F. Kennedy Matters to the New Generation. Scott, thanks for being here with us.
Great to be with you.
Why does JFK matter to young people who might not have been alive during this, but hear the stories?
I think JFK matters because of the present state of affairs in which we find our country. We've been divided for a long time on partisan lines, and it's time to look back at a president who gave us this timeless vision for how we can work together, recognize that we're on the same team, and be good citizens.
What made you say, I need to write this book?
Well, ever since I was a kid, I've been inspired by this president, his message, ask not what your country can do for you. But I feel especially inspired recently because so much of the story of JFK is unknown to my generation. I'm 30 years old. The millennials don't know as much, and I think it's important to learn.
If there's one thing that people need to take away from the book and what you maybe found out while you were writing it, what would it be?
I think it's that we can each choose to make a difference, and we have the power to be good citizens. We can get involved in our communities and participate.
You watched the New York mayoral election just recently wrap up. What do you think we could have taken away from that if people had known more about this?
Well, I think it's time now in the wake of this election for it to be a period of healing. We can come together without these wedge issues and people seeking simply our votes. And we need to focus again on working together across party lines and getting new people involved who can embrace the spirit of service.
So someone's going to say, can that really happen? Like, it sounds nice when we're sitting here talking about it, but can that really happen when we get down to going to Washington and people with so many different viewpoints?
Absolutely. JFK in his inaugural address famously said that the torch had been passed to a new generation of Americans. And so here in the 21st century, 50 years after his death, I think it's time once again for young people to get involved, to participate, to be involved in making public policy. And why not?
Don't you think they are, though, with social media? I mean, we see the social media nowadays. People are taking part now more than ever. So where's it lacking? Yes,
well, I think culturally and institutionally things have changed quite a bit. It used to be that if you wanted to affect change in the political sphere, you needed to get elected to something.
Okay.
Now with the internet and so many other vehicles for people to affect change, it's become less necessary for people to do so. You can pressure your congressman by signing an online petition. You can get involved in an organization and create some sort of need for a public policy. So I think that it's changed a little bit. It's not that the interest isn't there.
All right. It'll be interesting to see what happens as we move on, meshing those two generations together, hopefully, at some point. Scott Reich, thanks for being here with us tonight.
Thank you.